do you have different personalities in different circumstances?
Yeah.
Elaborate. Give me a circumstance, give me a personality.
Last night, couldn't sleep. So I was home, dolly, turned the music on, started dancing, son, by myself.
Were you like role playing? Like you was dancing and then you had a girl in front of you was like...
Yeah, like sometimes you gotta get like that.
What kind of music?
I was listening to Beyonce.
What Beyonce song? What album?
The new album?
Yeah.
The Renaissance?
What song were you dancing to?
I was listening to the whole set.
I love that album. Shout out to Beyonce.
Guilty
pleasure. That's your guilty pleasure. See, you went home and realized it's not porno.
You are now listening to Brooklyn Basement Podcast.
Welcome back to Brooklyn Basement Podcast. It's your host, Lou, aka Preston and Lulu's dad, aka Rufus Gang. And I got the gang with me.
Yeah.
We got E in the basement.
Okay, everybody, dímelo cantando. Yo soy Eriquita la Bonita.
You got the Spanish. That's the new thing, Spanish thing.
I like it. I do. I'm banging with it. I like it.
Thank you so much.
We got Millx in the basement.
I'm gonna do no. MILLX. I'm in here. You see me.
Okay.
I don't know the words in Spanish.
Hola. So we got my man Just Dre on the board.
It's Just Dre.
And we got a special guest behind the camera today. Hold on. My mini me, my firstborn.
Okay.
My baby boy, Prince P.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Say what up to the homies. You gonna get on camera. Say what up. Say homies, remember to watch.
Homies, remember to watch.
Training him good. All right.
You know, it's a holiday coming up.
Yes, it is.
And now my baby boy wanted to come see his dad in action, so he pulled up to chill with his old man, but you know, his cool old man. You feel me?
It's cool. All right.
You feel me?
Whack pops.
Listen, I got this stamp right there. That's my stamp of approval. As long as he think I'm the coolest man in the world, I'm
That's
cool.
right.
You feel me?
Until the day he don't. You know what
I don't think that's ever gonna come.
You never know.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So with that being said, how was your weeks, man? What's up? Talk to me.
My week was I did a lot of reflecting. You know what I mean?
You looked in the mirror?
Yeah, you already. That's why I throw the shades on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But last week was my birthday. You know, the Friday that passed.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Yo, bring the cake out. Oh. Wait.
Yeah.
The intern, this damn intern.
Damn. They fucked up.
It's depressing because like I ain't getting no cake. I ain't blow out no candles, son.
Look at his face.
I was just like at the crib, just alone, son.
The boys didn't get you nothing either?
They ain't got no bread, son. You know what I mean?
My son don't got no job, but I guess, son. Look at this shirt I got on. My baby boy me there.
Oh, word.
You see me,
look at his face.
You got a different situation.
My fault.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't really do nothing, but I did a lot of reflecting, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, I felt like I need to be celebrated this year. You know what I mean? I felt like this was one of them years, honestly, because when I turned 33, I remember that birthday and I was, you know, family, everybody got together. And I think I made a joke and I was like, you know, this is the year, you know, 33, that's when Jesus died.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, something has to die this year. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I ended 33, going into 34, and like, you know, like the old me kind of died. Like,
okay.
You know, this is the new me and all
I like
so
that.
I think I had to be celebrated, you know, but you know, next year, you know, it'll be something different.
I'll be a ton up.
Yeah, 35.
Bless it, yeah. So you rose from the ashes like the phoenix?
Yeah, come on.
Or you went from the caterpillar to the butterfly?
No, he rose like Jesus after 3 days.
Today is like the third day, right? No.
Nah, it's like 7 days.
Don't do math. No, the new Millx don't know math. So how was your week?
My week was it was okay. You know, have some good news. I'll share that in a few. But
Okay.
other than that, it was okay. Nothing major.
Nothing major, just a
Nothing
chill
major.
vibe.
Just a chill vibe.
Okay. Dre, what's up?
You know, just a regular day at the office, hustling, bustling. I cut my finger, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Doing what?
Oh, you got a boo-boo?
Yeah, I got a
Last week it was an accident. This week he cut his finger.
Damn, you got bad juju.
And
Nah, you know, I'm just really rough.
a
Like,
couple pods ago, he fell off his scooter.
yeah, I'm just really rough, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You don't care about yourself.
No, you really don't.
Yeah, I just get the job done. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
saying?
that's what they call it, right?
How
Yeah,
you
that's
cut your
what they
finger?
I might have to pause myself if I say what happened.
Oh, my gosh.
Mature your
It is what it
man.
is. Listen, I was cutting a pipe.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, and it slipped?
Yeah.
So it was too much inches of pipe. How many inches of pipe you cut? How many inches of pipe you cut? I'm asking how many inches of pipe you cut. That's crazy.
No homo.
How many inches of pipe you cut? How
Okay,
many inches-
Luciana.
No homo.
Let's think it. All right.
Yeah. But you good though. The pipe didn't hurt you.
Hey, you.
I was asking. All right, you got it, bro. See, this is what we talking about this off camera just now. You can't even be concerned about the homies, bro. Look at that, bro.
Hey, you.
If
Shout
the
out.
pipe hurt you, it hurt you, bro. I'm just looking out for you.
Hey.
All right, copy.
Well, shout out Drake.
Shut up.
21.
Can you do something for me? Shout yo, hello,
No
shout
homo.
out, hello. But yeah, my week was full of a lot of hellos like usual. A lot of pickups and drop offs. Which one? What happened?
No, that's because that's what we drop off.
Yeah, you know, that's my guy, whatever the case may be. But so wifey lost some weight, whatever the case may be, and now the ring is too big for her finger.
Aww.
You guys saw it.
Now we went to the mall this week because this is my first time going to Kings Plaza since we moved or whatever. So because we used to go to Kings Plaza like every weekend,
Mhm.
like we used to be at Kings Plaza all the time.
Yeah.
So we went to Kings Plaza finally because also ring maintenance whatever. So we went whatever, and we're walking through the mall now. It's me, Imani, and Lulu. We walking through the mall. Lulu's walking now, whatever the case may be. She got a little
That's
bonnet on,
what's
her little
up.
pink fur, and everybody's staring. Like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's so cute. We like, thank you. And wifey face is like. So then we get to the spot, whatever. She's like, oh my gosh, so much attention. I'm like, I'm not used to this. I'm like, yeah, this is what I go through when I have just a stroller.
Yeah.
And now you have her walking through there. I'm like, everybody loves my daughter. She don't talk to people. She's not rude. She look at people, but she don't talk back or whatever the case may
Right.
be. But like everywhere we go, we get so much attention. And people don't hide it. It's so nice though. Everybody's like, oh, da, da, da. Whatever the case may be. When they make the mistake and call a little boy, I correct it right away though. I'm like, girl, my princess.
Exactly.
You feel me? So, you know, just my week was regular dad life. Chill. I ain't do nothing. Did we do anything? Nah, I don't think we did nothing. We was chilling, right? Yeah, we ain't do nothing.
All right.
Yeah, vibes.
Oh, Dad, remember when
Talk on the
That's
mic.
my-
You gotta talk on the mic, sir. Talk on the mic. Don't be scared.
You
What's up?
remember when people used to think I was a little girl when I
Yeah,
was
when you
younger?
was there. That's
When I
crazy.
hair braided.
They thought when he was a baby, they would call him her, and now they call my daughter him. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know. It's crazy. Beautiful children, though. That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shout out my babies.
Yeah.
So you looking at? I don't even know if you're looking at me. I can't see your eyes, bro.
Nah, I was. You know,
Stevie! Hey!
Can you play something for me?
All right.
Look up.
So,
let's do this.
You ready for some shout outs and middle fingers? Shout out to middle finger.
You already?
So who got a shout out? What's up? Nobody want to go first?
Yeah, I got two shout outs.
Okay.
You know, first person I'm gonna shout out. No, actually, first thing I'm gonna shout out the Zoes. You know, my son Lou out here, you know, representing for the Zoes.
Sapase.
Mabule!
Sapase. Yo, the Zoes though. Yo, listen, the Zoes though. I grew up in Canarsie. I know the Zoes. Shout out to the Zoes, brother.
Got his Haitian flag
Listen.
colors on this.
It's family, yo. I know the
That's what
Zoes.
it
Shout
is.
out to Zoes.
I like it.
Thank you, E. My barber is so sweet. Shout you out, bro. You
He's
feel me?
Asian too?
Yeah, my barber Asian.
His name is Sweets?
His name is Gene. I call him Sweet though. Pause.
Oh, Sweet. Nah, because it's like a famous guy from Haiti.
nah,
Sweet Mickey.
We call him Sweet because he used to love candy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
My fault.
And, I want to shout out Hassan Minaj.
Oh, I thought you about to say Campbell.
Me too. I was about to say, let me move off the camera real quick. Ain't none of that shout out.
Wow.
No. Finish your shout out. We don't want to mess you up. Finish your shout out. Sorry.
Right?
Nah, he has a special on Netflix, and I was watching it last night, and it was fire. You know, he's the guy that does the political show, but he had like a stand-up show, and it was good. You know, talked about his family, talked about, you know, his social media rise and all of that, and the shit was, you know, it was good. It was different, you know, different than different other comedies, because he has like the screen. Like his big thing is, you know, the screen, and he shows different things, and he works his comedy with the screen. So, Hassan, you know, do his thing. Shout him out.
Spirit fingers.
I mean, he got dropped.
Wait, is that the guy? How does he look? He's skinny and
Yeah.
I got iffy. You know,
Wow, what's up?
I don't want to like.
Yeah,
I got it. Iffy. He say some things that I can agree with, but the way he treat women, I can't agree with.
You probably talking about somebody else.
Isn't that the guy that has the podcast with a whole bunch of females on it? I take it back.
Oh, I know what podcast you talking about.
Yeah, I thought it was him. I don't know.
No, we just
Minhaj or Minaj?
Yeah, Minaj.
That's what you guys are like, hey, yo, not that guy.
No, not that guy.
I mean, that's the AO for sure.
No, not that guy.
Hey.
No, not that guy.
No, not that guy.
Let me show you. Is it this guy?
Nah.
Yeah,
That's him?
Shout out Hassan Minaj.
I didn't watch it. That's it. No, I didn't watch it. I don't know.
Minhaj.
Minhaj.
I mean, it's Minaj.
You shout out.
Yes. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to myself for persevering. I finally passed my exam. So I will start the process and getting my license in February of 2024. So I'm really excited about that. I want to give a shout out to my nail tech. I love my girl, Big E. First of all, she found out that I passed my exam. She got a bottle of wine for me. And then she had a charcuterie board.
What's that?
So, you know, like the charcuterie board is like that wooden board where they put like meats and cheese and fruits. Yeah, you know what it is, right? But then she had her own version of the charcuterie board where she just bought the cheese and the crackers in the packet because, you know, we like in the public, so you can't really put the charcuterie board together. That was so sweet of her. Like,
shout out. You want to plug up that thing?
Yes.
Shout out.
I'm going to shout you out towards the end too because I got to find an Instagram.
Yeah. Do your thing. Don't worry. Do your thing. Shout out. That's lit. Shout that out, man.
So yeah, that was really sweet of her. I also want to shout out like people who are going through depression and mental disorders during this time. Like I had a family member hit me up that was just like, yo, I'm going through a tough time, but I listened to your pod and it really uplifted me.
Man.
So I want to give a shout out to Brooklyn Basement.
You heard? Uplifting and positive vibes only.
Yeah, so, you know, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's, you know, they going through the rough of things, but you're going to go through it. You're going to get through it. So shout you out. Don't give up. So, yeah, that's my shout out.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
You got something?
Yeah, I want to shout out all the people that complimented my daughter. I don't know if y'all will see this, but I want to shout y'all out. Appreciate that. I also want to shout out this guy. I meant to get his name, right? So I was crossing the street to go to the supermarket and this construction worker was sitting down, whatever. I guess he was ending his shift. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yo, them two ladies, they gotta be stealing. This is like the 7th time I saw them coming out the spot today. Yeah. Why y'all waiting for the light to girl? I'm over there dying. He's like, yo, so I'm crossing the street now. He's like, yo, you probably could get them too. Yeah. I'm not even the funniest part. Now I'm leaving the supermarket and we cross paths again. He's like, I'm about to go get them now.
You know what?
Yo, shout you out. I saw him again today. Yo, shout you out, bro. If you watch this, you know who I'm talking about, bro. Yo, shout you out. I gotta get your name. Shout him out, man. That's a funny dude. He made my day, man. Shout him out. Good dude.
Shout out to people that make people's day.
You know?
Yeah, love it.
I love positive vibes.
Positivity. What about you, Dre?
You want to shout out the homie? You want to shout out somebody?
Shout out the homies. What's your homie's name? What's your homie's name?
Who you told to watch it?
Who Who you told to watch it?
Shout out your whole class. No, don't shout out your school. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Don't worry. Just say, yeah. Oh, no, take that. All right, yo, shout out the homies. Yo, go give shout out the homies. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna shout out person homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, P, shout out the homies.
Big shout out. You know what I'm saying? Big
Shout out, yeah, shout out Axel, Jaden. Shout out the homies. Huh?
I don't.
So what? Tell them.
They gonna know now.
Tell them now.
I Axel, Jaden, shout you out.
Who? Shout out the whole PS5 gang. All that.
Gang,
Prince P, right?
Marico.
My fault. The homies call you P Money? Oh, not no more? All right, my fault. Dre, you got a shout out? That's your PlayStation. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
They about to hit his
I want to
PlayStation.
shout out the Brooklyn Nets for making the right decision to bring Kyrie back.
Yeah,
That's
shout out
right.
the Brooklyn. Shout out Kyrie Irving.
Shout out KY.
Even though we lost last night, it was
It
impressive,
ain't
but-
about
So
that.
it's not
but
about that.
Kyrie back. We playing right now.
Yeah.
So we playing right now as we speak. Yo, shout out Katie, shout out Kyrie, shout out the whole Brooklyn Nets, shout out the team, shout out the players, shout out Jacques Vaughn too, the coach. Shout out Jacques Vaughn, shout out, you know what I mean? Not the black coach. Shout out Jacques Vaughn.
Well, we back. Kyrie, you back. Shout out to you.
Yeah, facts. Just, you know what I mean? Give it some time. Ben is playing, boy. Ben is showing.
Oh, for
Ben
real?
is getting
Looking
back.
good. He
He
looking
looking really good. Shout out to yo, good shout out, Dre. You got me high. Yo, shout out to that, bro. Brooklyn. So it's time to get to the middle fingers.
Middle fingers to dudes that be smoking on the train, son. You know, you
Smoking what? You saw the crackhead?
Nah, it's like every day this week, somebody's been smoking on the train and, you know, been causing, you know, disturbance on the train. This morning, there was almost a fight that broke out on the train because niggas was smoking and he wasn't even trying to, you know,
Put it out.
I'm so used to that.
Did somebody check him?
What they be smoking?
Yeah, they,
weed.
Crack.
Yeah, we nah.
I saw the
Sometimes
crack.
I saw the crack.
Wow.
Sometimes it be weed. Sometimes it
Sometimes
be
it be
some
crack.
next shit.
It be
Some-
cigarettes.
Shit be smelling crazy.
Yeah.
If it's smelling crazy,
Lace.
it's usually crack.
Yeah. So you know,
I ain't gonna hold you.
middle finger to them. So.
Not that
Yeah.
I know what that smell like.
I mean, I live in Brooklyn.
Middle
Yeah.
finger.
I ain't walk past the crackhead here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Go on. We hit other. You have any middle fingers?
Honestly,
Okay.
there's positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Yeah.
My kids say I don't got a middle finger. Positive. Dre, you know Dre. ISO, Dre, you got the ball.
Clear the lane. Clear the lane. I'm coming. Pause.
You already
Alright.
touched the pipe. Whatever.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
No homo.
Press his face.
So, my middle finger is going to go to Thanksgiving.
I agree. But go ahead.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
The low
you know.
vibrational plates.
The low vibrational plates, you can kick them out. I don't want none of your Thanksgiving food. You know, unfortunately, that's not a memorable holiday for me and my brothers and sisters that died, my Native Americans people. Shout out to y'all.
I'm not even mad at that.
Big middle finger to Thanksgiving.
I'm not even mad at that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna enjoy a
No
low
food.
vibrational plate.
Stop it.
Okay,
I'll be at
stack
work
me
if
up
it
some
make you feel better.
turkey.
I'm going to work if that makes you feel
Me
better.
too,
I'm
me
going to
too.
work.
I mean, I'm gonna be working, you know, doing some paperwork,
Working that
but I'm gonna
plate. You
definitely
heard?
eat.
So that
My bun about
So-
to fall off.
yo,
I didn't yo that.
that was shout out send middle fingers. So we gonna put a stamp on it.
Put a stamp on it.
Brooklyn basement stamp of a rule.
So I'm gonna take my glasses off for this one. You know. We gonna give our stamp of approval to E. You
Oh,
know,
really?
You know, fuck Dre. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna, you know, stamp E because, you know, we definitely know how hard it was, you know, for you to, you know, go through this journey, all the field tests, coming on the pod and being like, I'm so depressed, you know, and this is that and the third, you know, so we want to give a big stamp, the biggest stamp, because, you know, it's in-house. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, show her what we got her, you know what I'm saying?
Do the honest.
Yeah, because overthink.
This is your time to get on camp.
This happened with 3 Aries. This is what happened when we got 3 Aries in a row.
Oh my god!
Take your time. Come on. Take your time. Come on.
So
Come
you know,
on. Come on. Hey, watch your head. You tall.
Oh my god! Thank you so much! Oh my gosh! Thank you guys!
Congrats on passing that
You.
So you know when the checks come in, you already know.
Yeah.
We get PC.
Yeah, PC.
And that was Brooklyn Basement Stamp of Approval.
Thank you.
Shout out to E, man.
Oh my God.
And guess what, E? Guess what?
You are loved and respected here at Brooklyn Basement.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next, we gotta find the Dre Overthinking drop. We gotta find something that go with that, bro.
These are absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm not gonna. You're gonna sit right here. Okay, don't go nowhere. Okay. I took some of my flowers.
Hey, listen.
Thank you so much, Preston. Come, let me my boo thing.
We gave her flowers. You feel me? We on our Noriega shit.
That's right. I actually, you know what's crazy? I actually got real flowers. But then again, Drink Champs do got real flowers.
They get that the WTF, with the flowers. Let me fire. But yeah, so I got a few directions I want to go today. I want to talk about close friends. Do y'all use it? Do y'all feel like a sense of entitlement if you in somebody's close friend? Do you really feel like that's your close friend?
I'm talking about close friends on Instagram.
Yeah, not real life close friends. I'm talking about social media.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the green ring.
I've seen the green ring, and I wondered why was I in the green ring, and I was like, it was weird.
What you saw in the green ring? You can't share.
I seen
So in the one,
it was a shorty and her man. So I'm like, why am I in the green ring?
Wait. What was going on?
It was hugged up.
Wait, y'all be watching OnlyFans on the green ring?
No, I'm not in nobody's. I'm not in no lit close friends. So no, I'm not you gotta be.
That's crazy.
Like you got with those, you gotta pay for those. But like if you have people that like wild out, like my man had told me one time he had you know what I mean, and the close friends like was putting on a show. You feel me?
That's a fact.
So I was like,
I think Dre got stories like that. Son.
You in lit close friends too?
I'm in the green ring.
Ooh. You in a few green rings or like it's a certain person green ring?
It's like a good 4. Good 4. Yeah.
What you be seeing?
Nothing I can speak about.
Okay, that's good then. No, that's good then. But it's like positive vibes, like yes for your sake.
Positive.
It's positive for you. I mean,
You say positive, what you mean?
Something that make you happy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if most people sitting here, they would be happy. I'm just saying.
Oh, but I'm saying, I'm just trying to get a feel from you since you say you can't tell us.
Word.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to get a feel. What you trying to say?
I was just keeping it PG-13. It's completely rated R. That's just what it is.
All right, cool. E, are you in any green rings?
I mean, I'm in a lot of green rings.
Oh,
wow.
No. Let's calm down now. No, honestly, the people that put me in their close friends, shout you out, all of you. I think people that use it for like, you know, not with nudity. Nasty. No, not nasty, but like people that actually want to vocalize their true opinion, they will actually use their close friends as opposed to like using the mainstream. Like for instance, I have close friends, but I don't use it. I just say what the fuck I want to say. If you've noticed, I mean, I be saying shit that people be like, why would she post that? I'm like, that's just who I am.
That's your page,
yeah. So.
Hold on, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
So you just vocalize what you gotta say in your green ring. So that's
no. She said she don't use.
I have one, but I don't use it because I say what I want to say. But I do have people that added me to their close friends, and you know if they want to talk shit about their coworkers, they'll do it on close friends. Yeah. Or if they need relationship advice, they will go on their close friends. Or you know they called out from work and they took a vacation, they put it on their close friends. So
that's true.
It's not like they use it for like nudity or you know like a OnlyFans page.
Yeah, I want those people.
Nah, I know a couple of people. You know, Dre.
All my close friends be corny. I see drinking. I see like explicit posts. Like if you can't post it on your page, don't even post it in your friend. Like I see, a lot of like I see like dancing, twerking, like. You could put that on your regular page.
But then when you see that green circle, you think, oh shit, somebody about to show me something wild, crazy, and it don't be nothing crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm one of those people, but I don't use it.
But I learned, that's what I'm saying. So I had a conversation, shout you out, I had a conversation that could be used as a tool of flirting.
What do you mean? Like if you like someone and you want to add
close friend.
Oh,
to see,
I never thought about
so
that.
You can monitor
how much times they view.
Boom. More so in a sense
because if you could tell how many times.
No, not how many times, but you see
I'm about to use
they
that.
tapping in because it's like, is
it's
this, that, and the
greed for
third,
you.
and then you see what it leads to. Because now, like how you said, when you see now. As the man now, you see the close friends, you're like, oh, I'm on it. And now with something in there, you like it, you hit a little hard, you say, now, you thinking you doing something, but this whole time, she really you in. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Boom!
That's dangerous.
I'm telling yo.
Okay, so
I'm just hip to this.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I'm saying, close friends, I didn't know it could be so much thought behind it, if that makes sense. So,
wow, I never thought about it
so
that
now
way.
when you look at close friends now, if it's a shorty, she might be
trying to
send you a message.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Somebody, some guy hit me up. He was like, "Yo, can you add me to your close friends?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" I don't. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't use it, so you're just gonna sit there like.
Wow.
But it's crazy because it leaves, in some sense, like right. If you pay attention to people, it leaves you. Like, say you was in their close friends and then you out their close friends, or like they post don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like they post something and then the next post won't really make no sense because they posted something in their close friends. If you pay attention, if you know
That
the people,
is true.
not strangers. Like I'm talking about people you actually know or whatever.
That is true.
Like their post won't, like the post will be simultaneous, but it won't make sense.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I seen that.
I seen that.
Yo, close friends are tricky. I used it twice in my life, and I'm like, this is too much work. I don't care. I used it twice, and I was like, but when I see it, I get hype, and then
Nah, I used it a couple of times.
boo, take me out. I don't need to see this. Take me out. But some people just take out select few people. Like if they trying to hide from this one girl or this one guy, they just take that person out and then leave the rest of the list.
I've done that.
So some people don't care what other people think. So some people just get it by accident. I don't see it much. So when I do see it, have fun. It's nothing I want to see. I be looking for the raw crazy shit. Yeah. But
That's what I want to see too.
Right. Something that just makes you want to just beat your meat, right?
Hey,
I don't have a meat.
I was about to say she don't have, I don't know. I don't know if he's asking me my purpose. I was like, sir, that's not your business.
Please be quiet.
But that's crazy. With that being said, right? So with modern day technology, as a woman, right?
Mm.
First,
You said mhm.
yeah, I know. He could go ahead. As a woman first,
No homo.
do you use social media to shoot your shot?
Yeah, why not?
How would you go about it?
I mean, now that I know the trick about close friends, hey, I'll do that. But I don't know. I would use it, but that's just not me. Like, I need to see you in person. Like, I like to show eye contact. I want to smell you. I want to see how you walk and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Same question, opposite sex. So would you use social media to shoot your shot? And how would you go about it?
To be honest, I'm probably too nervous, man. To keep it a stack. Wow.
Share. Tell us why.
I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do that and then just wondering like what's gonna happen or like what's going on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You be like, yo, did she get it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You would know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So with me, like I guess kind of like with E, like I rather like walk up this way because I know like if the rejection is there, it's there, boom, 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 and I'm out of there.
Yeah, I don't like to play mind games. Like I feel like when you do that, it's like you're playing mind games.
I was gonna get into like the
mind games.
I was gonna get into that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I never met. No, you're good. I've never met me personally. I never gained a female from social media. I say I'm on the record. Every female I ever encountered is in person. Like I never met a new person on social media.
I did.
I'm wondering, like, is that an age thing? Because I feel like the young boys, like they
because they know the system. That's all. All right. So like in a sense, so. Right? It's ways to go about it. Mm. So like, you have DMs. You have the quick reaction DMs, which you could see that's a way to check the temperature. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like you just send a couple of, if she with it, if she's just liking it, she maybe not feeling it. If she liking it, she may be waiting for you to use your words, say something other than quick reactions. You could DM, shoot your shot. I know people that shoot. I know shooters. Shout out all my shooters. I ain't gonna say no names. Shout out all my shooters. I know a bunch of DM assassins. You heard? So I know a couple of DM assassins. I ain't gonna hold you. Feel me? The DM assassins. Shout out the gang, yo. Shout out the gang. DM assassins. I'm not one, but you got that, right? And then you got the old school mentality where you like a lot of pictures so you could get the person's attention. Like we were talking about last time, right?
I got that.
So like you like a couple of pictures. Some people deem it weird. Some people like, But you gotta really go for it so they know. Don't like just the top, make it seem like you digging in the page type thing. Yeah. I remember back in my heyday, I wanted this chick number. No, I gave this chick my number, but I went to like her first picture. You feel me? Instead of like the all the way at the bottom picture that I wrote the comment. I'm like, nobody, who searching here? You understand what I'm saying? It's all about how you go about the aspect. I remember one time I met a chick by, I don't know if y'all, like they had the Ask FM thing where you ask a private question. But
yes, the anonymous thing.
Yeah, this is back in the day when I forgot what it was called. It was like, but you like, cause it was like a fake website you had to set up. You had to put the link in your bio. That's how I met a girl too. I just talking and then boom, boom, boom. But I knew her. Okay. This is just the way I attacked the situation. You get what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Because it's anonymous.
Because you could just say whatever and then you get the temperature. They talking and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get with the in person, but I'm just saying it's like not mind games. It's just like let the person know you here.
Nah, I don't think going back to what you were saying, I don't know if it was Millx or you that was saying this, but I don't think age plays a role into like how people would contact like whoever they want to talk to on Instagram. Because I have like a lot of older men that hit me up on Instagram and I just be like, ugh. And it'd be like in my request box. And I'm like, ugh. I mean, I appreciate the compliments, but then, they'll go to like, they'll like. And I had a couple of people that's like, oh, can you add me to your close friend? I'm like, you're not even my real friend. Like, you're not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I add you there if you're not here?
The crazy part is there's a lot of sex workers on social media. That's why.
Oh, interesting. For real?
Yeah. There's a lot of women that sell content, sell whatever it is. A lot of
I want to sell feet. So hit me on my OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn Basement
selling feet soon.
It's fetish. People with fetishes.
Hello.
Listen, I had a couple of OnlyFans ideas too, but my kids didn't. So,
Word?
Yeah, I had a couple ideas. Listen, with times is hard, you gotta get the bag, you heard? But
girl,
I hear that.
Yo, Lou, I just realized something.
What's up?
All that. You know what that's considered though? Online dating, bro.
Yeah. That's what social media it's crazy. Social media is technically free online because some of them dating apps you gotta pay.
Yeah.
Social media is technically free. That's what the experiment was, to give people range or whatever the case may be. It just they figured out a way to make money off it, and that's what made it ugly. You get what I'm saying? Because like to me, everything's an experiment. Yeah. Everything. Not to go on a tangent. I think everything that they do in this world is an experiment. They give us something for a little while. They see what it is, and then boom, boom, boom. If it gets too big, they learn how to control it. After they learn how to control it, then they learn how to monetize it, and then they learn how to sway everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a billion people in the world.
So that means you got to figure some shit out. So
that's what you got to do.
I'm talking about you.
I know. Yeah, that's what we here. That's what we here. We trying to figure it out. But I think the best thing I always say is you got to touch the people. Pause. You got to touch the people. You got to talk to the people. Say what up to the people.
No homo.
I'm scared to follow up with that. What do you
How
mean?
do you touch the people?
Yeah, please.
Do you physically touch the people?
Or do you touch the people? Like sometimes you gotta touch the people. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
So like instead of I was about to say instead of shaking babies, you shake. Let me shut up.
Yo, so
please be quiet.
I Trump.
So I have a lot of conversations with my lady or whatever the case may be, and. Like I say, I don't do certain things. Like I don't try to yell in front of my kids because my son hates that or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But if she's not around, I'm a different person. You know? Yeah. Daddy's the same. Yeah. But
we don't like when he yells neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
So you think
he's very aggressive?
You think my son's an op? That's my best friend. Who do you think he's sliding with? It's only one person on this planet here choose over me. It's only one person. Mommy. That's it. It's only one other person. Is mommy then daddy, and I'm cool with that. You feel me? But with that being said, right? I'm like, do you have different personalities in different circumstances?
Yeah.
Elaborate. Give me a circumstance, give me a personality.
Last night I woke up. No, last night I couldn't sleep. So I was I did a couple edits. Well, I finished the edits last night. And I was home, dolly, turned the music on, started dancing, son, by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I was just caught the vibe, son.
So you don't dance in the club or nothing like that?
Not dancing in the club, but like I was really getting into it. Son.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Were you like role playing? Like you was dancing and then you had a girl in front of you was like,
Yeah, like sometimes you gotta get like that.
What time of music you listen to?
I was listening to Beyonce, son.
Oh, yeah,
which what Beyonce song? What album?
The new album?
Yeah,
What is it, the Renaissance?
What song were you dancing to?
I was listening to the whole shit.
I love that album. Shout out to
Queen
Beyonce.
Guilty
pleasure. That's your guilty pleasure. See, you went home and realized
Wow.
it's not porno.
No lie, son. I was in my bed and I'm like, I need to hear some Beyonce, son.
That's it.
So I just got up out my bed. Went in my living room. I'm like, pop. Turned that shit on. I started just jamming.
So how was you dancing? You was like dun dun dun
I'm
dun
not by
dun dun
myself.
dun dun
So
dun.
I'm different when I'm around.
Oh.
People. You know, when I'm dolly, you know what I'm saying? I just caught the vibe. And I wasn't drinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check you out.
I was actually drinking water.
A little vodka is considered water too.
Is that
I
wait?
had to check if he was sick. I had to check if he was sick. He didn't drink?
No, I'm dead ass, son, because I was like, I just like caught the vibe, son. I was
That's
just,
what's
like,
up.
you know
That's
what I'm
good.
saying?
I love me some
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Oh, you definitely different inside outside. Because outside you would have been drunk.
Yeah, I was, but sometimes you get too drunk and then you can't really, you know what I'm saying? I was really focused. I was really, you know.
nice.
Oh, you know what else? I was listening to Young and May.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I'm, you know, by myself, you know what I'm saying, I could really listen. So I listen to, like, you know, on Apple Music, how they have like whatever top songs that, you know, chart high. So I'm listening through the shit, and you know, Young and May, I fuck with her OD. And a little off topic.
Get your shit off.
And she got a song with Eminem. So I didn't know M was on it. So, you know, it starts off with her rapping. I'm like, this shit is hard. She going in on this. And then M come on. I'm like, yo, who this? So you start rapping like chill. Then this nigga goes Super Saiyan
Off beat
and
type
start
shit.
rapping stupid fast. Like he trying to out rap Young and May. I'm like, nah, son.
That's what he's supposed to do. No, you go ish to people.
Okay, he wasn't gonna go on that song, son. Like, how, like, yo, you invited somebody on the album and then you just try to like murder them and they don't even like rap like that. Like rap like in that type of speed. You know, Young and May, she's like a chill rapper. Like she hit the flow, hit that pocket, and then she be gone. And this nigga wanna just
BM.
yeah. So I was
BM.
like, yeah, that was crazy. You know, I experienced that last night too.
Get your shit off. So E, how about you? Different personalities for different situations?
All right. So, excuse me. So, I was drinking wine. So, I'm be clearing my throat.
Don't get
You know.
Listen,
So we got edit.
All right, cool. You know, funny enough, Millx brought up a really good perspective. You know, I thought about like when you're home, you're with your homies, you with your family, you're totally different from like people like in the outside world, like, you know, coworkers. But I never thought about it in three different elements, like me by myself, then me with my friends and my family, and then me with like my coworkers. So me by myself, honestly, I do the same thing. I dance by myself, but then I talk to myself, especially if I have like an issue. So like I'll talk to myself, especially in the mirror.
Out loud?
Yeah, like you know that Issa Rae thing that she be doing?
rapping?
Like that I rap
You
to
getting her
myself.
bars
Like,
off?
yeah, I do that. I do that
English and
sometimes.
Spanish?
Nah, just in English. Nah, just in English.
I'm like, hey,
But, like-
all this big bread. Right? I'm like, all this big bread. Yo, they big bread.
You talk to yourself like stand like in one spot or like
Nah, like I walk and talk to myself.
yeah, I'll do that too.
Like I walk and talk to myself, you know, to figure out like how to find a solution to whatever problem I'm going through. You know, but I dance. And then when I'm with my family, I dance. And my close friends.
You don't be changing.
Nah, I honestly feel like I kind of do change when I hit like the coworker thing. Like I won't dance the way I dance by myself and around my family and friends. But around my coworkers, I feel like I speak like this. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference.
No.
instead of like,
With the accent?
I don't know, like
Less deeper? Or
I don't like to say that I sound like a white person or like I over articulate or I use like different terms when I'm with my coworkers, but it just comes out. It's like code switching. It just happens. I don't know.
No, I get it. I don't code switch at my job. I just try not to kill people. So it's a difference. You know, like at my job, I have to be a different person. My job's annoying.
Yeah.
So I can't be the person who I am when my kid's not around. But for the most part, my son know who I am. I don't really hide nothing from my son because I feel like that's the only flaw in parenting from our parents is that they hid stuff from us. So we had to learn it later in life. So I don't really hide much from my son. I do try not to curse. I try not to burp in front of him because he copies me. But other than that, like anything, anywhere else, for the most part, I can't front. I'm myself. Other than yelling, I am myself almost everywhere because I try to like. It's hard to not be me. Like it's hard to turn me down. So like I try to. That's why I also don't try to run around with people that don't understand me. You know what I'm saying? At times, because I know I'm a lot. That's why I yell at people. I always try to apologize, tell people I love them. This is what I do because I know I'm a lot to deal with. So I know but I be trying to be a different person.
Yeah,
but it's
last time you was yelling at me. So,
I was yelling, not at you. I was yelling, but not at you.
Oh, okay.
I was raising my voice.
Y'all was yelling at each other?
No.
What was the argument?
It wasn't an argument. I don't call it an argument.
I call it an argument.
I don't call it an argument. I don't call it an argument. I call it.
Okay. I don't want to get into your relationship.
No. I call it a conversation.
Yeah, it was just allowed to.
You wasn't there.
He was there too.
What you got? Get on mic. What you got to say? What you got to say? I wasn't there.
Preston, just be careful what you say now. That's your daddy.
Every week or the other week, I always hear you yelling. One time I was sleeping, I woke up, and I wake up to hear you yelling.
That sounds about right.
Wow.
Why was I yelling?
Because
You was yelling because you was on the phone.
and my man was saying dumb sport takes. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Don't make it seem like I was just yelling. Explain the whole story. Explain the whole story. No, my man called me. Shout you out, T. My man Teddy called me and we was talking about sport and he started saying a bunch of shit that was getting me, like not getting me mad, but he was contradicting himself. Y'all know how I feel about contradictions. So that's my red flag. I think that's my trigger. Like when you say something to me and then I point out what you said and then you try to switch it because what I said, now you trying to make me the dickhead. No. That's when, but I only yell at people I love. Let's make that clear too. I only yell at people I love. I do not yell at everybody.
Slow down though.
What you mean?
Cause like
You talk extremely fast.
that too. But I'm just saying like
he trying to get his jokes off. He's trying to get his jokes off. But whatever.
Nah, I gotta ask that because I'm like having conversations with you. Like my mind don't work as fast as yours.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my mind don't either.
You know,
There's nothing wrong with that.
I have a point. You know what I'm saying? But it might take a while for me to get there. Now talking with you, if I say something and it's a contradiction, you know, then you spinning it, then I'm like, nah, hold up. Now I gotta really think back and get back right. So I will slow down the conversation and be like, all right, hold up, chill. Let me figure this out and let me get to where I need to get to. Which gets you tight because you like, what the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta ask, like, do you ever slow down and like let people catch up to you?
My thing is, right, I think I tell the people this all the time. No, I didn't know we was gonna dive into my life, but
yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta.
I tell
dive.
people,
you know, everybody got a deep dive.
I tell you, I express this. I grew up feeling that people underestimated my intelligence. So whenever somebody is contradicted, I feel like you're trying to outsmart me and play me. I take it as a slight, as you're disrespecting my smarts. That I'm not taking it as you don't understand what I'm saying. You're slow. I don't take it as the person is stupid. I just take it as you're trying to call me stupid. Because you're trying to tell me something that you just told me and then you switched it in the same conversation. Not you personally. This happens with a lot of people.
Look at P.
So, like I said, I'm not, but I also, this crazy, me and my girl talking about it too. It's a product of my environment. I grew up like this, like.
Yeah, with 10 brothers.
Yeah, like you grew up like everything you said, you had to prove it. Or if you, you said this in 95, you better back it up in 2000. That's how I grew up in the crib.
I mean, I respect it because I know you, so you know what I'm saying? But somebody who don't.
I don't do it to people I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't do it to people I don't know. Because I know them a lot.
So wait. So what if you are having a conversation with somebody that you don't know? And like, how would you handle that situation?
What you mean? If I get angry or like?
Like what you just said, like, you know, they try to switch it around and then you feel like your intelligence is being insulted. So how would you react to somebody that you don't know very well?
The conversation won't last long. I will just walk away. I honestly don't like really. Okay. I'm not gonna sit there and have a long, dragged out conversation with people I don't care for.
Okay.
Like, I don't gotta love you to have a conversation. I will have a conversation. I'm not gonna yell at you. But if you're like, I really don't care for you, and we're like talking or whatever, and I don't like, you're like, I'm gonna walk away. I don't care. It's not that deep. Like, you're not gonna affect nothing. It's not disrespectful. I'm not gonna say nothing disrespectful. I'm just gonna walk away. Like, what am I doing? Like, fuck it. That's just, you know, like, because I don't see if it's no end to it. Because my point of when I have conversations with people is for us to have closure, to understand something, so we can move on to the next thing. Just with anybody.
Okay.
And then people be making me seem like a psychopath when they tell me something. And I'm like, yo, a week ago you said the total opposite. And I feel like, I'm rambling. This is the last thing. I feel like people live in the moment and don't look at the bigger scheme of things. And that's why we end up with so much contradiction. Like, we might feel one way Tuesday and forget how we feel Tuesday, or it might be a bias because somebody you like did something on Tuesday, but somebody on Wednesday, the person did the same exact thing, but you don't like them, so you're gonna slight them. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how people live, just in the moment, and that's how they end up contradicting themselves so much. That's just me, though.
That's why we had the part about contradiction, because like, I could tell you about a contradiction that I had. You know, I want to say probably like 2 years ago or whatever. I was dating this woman, and you know, she liked my kids, right? And I remember having a conversation with her, and I would tell her, you know, I don't know if I could be with a woman that has kids. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she got mad. She's like, oh, what? You know, whatever. And like, you know, I was thinking about that, you know, that conversation that I had with her then, like now, and I'm like, yo, it's different now. Cause like, I felt like I've been through something, you know, with her or whatever, that kind of is like, I'm not appalled from, I'm not like appeased from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a contradiction.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's a contradiction. I think that's growth.
Yeah, but
I think that's a misconception. It's a difference between growing past something or changing because you realize something was wrong, instead of, that's why I said the contradiction comes from, sometimes it comes from a biased place, because most of the conversations I have is about things, and people, if they don't like a person, it's very hard to get them. Like, nobody can get me to say anything bad about Jay-Z. I don't care. I never met that man. Nobody can get me to say nothing bad about Jay-Z. I don't give a fuck what he done. You can't get me to say nothing bad about Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know. We had those conversations.
You said, so that's what I'm saying in a sense like that. What you're calling is growth. I don't want you to call that a contradiction.
But but what about at the moment? Would you call that still growth? So basically, can contradiction transform into growth? Because in the beginning, it has to be a contradiction.
It's only a contradiction if now he turns. It's a contradiction for him technically because he has kids. To say that to somebody, that's a contradiction. To tell somebody, I don't want to date somebody with kids and having your own kids, that's the contradiction factor. But in this sense, to me personally, I could be wrong because Dre's supposed to be looking the word up. A contradiction, right? The contradiction in this sense would be him telling her, I don't want to date somebody with kids, and then the very next girl, like a week later, has kids and he dates her. That would make it the contradiction. You get what I'm saying? Okay. But if you take some time or whatever the case may be, and you realize that he said he had the moment, thought it through, that's growth.
But then it's like, it can be looked at as a contradiction.
I just want to put this in there.
I never had that conversation, and it's like, this dude told me this is that and the third. Not how
long apart is it? Because no matter even if you don't think it's growth personally, if you change your mind, that's growth. In that sense, because now you're willing to do something that you wasn't willing to do before, because you wasn't willing to do it at all. Now you're willing to do it. So it has to be some type of growth or something changed in you because it's not like somebody's forcing you to do it. Now you're just open to it. What you saying?
Was disagreeing, but anyways, contradiction. A combination of statements, ideas, or features of a situation that are opposed to one another.
Yeah, so it's a contradiction.
No, it's a contradiction that's what I said. The way I broke it down, if now say E has 2 kids, you tell her like I don't want to date a woman with kids. And then Rebecca has 2 kids and you walk away from E and then date Rebecca. That's a contradiction because you just told her one thing and did the total opposite.
But then again, I hear what you're saying, but wouldn't it be a contradiction because he already has kids?
No, I already said I agree. That's the whole that we already established.
Okay.
No, we already
that's a contradiction. But that's what I mean.
We just trying to give him another. No, we already knew that's a contradiction. Because I used to be like that before I had Preston. Though I used to tell women I wouldn't date nobody with kids, and then I had a kid. I'm like, how can I tell people that if I'm gonna want to date somebody and I have a kid? You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing my beautiful son with me, so whatever. I told y'all when I was outside and single, my pickup line, my first opener, I got a son. Yeah. My opening line was, I have a son. Before I even knew your name, before you knew my name, I have a son. First thing I said is people that could attest to that. That's the first thing I say to them. Or I showed them a picture. You want to see my son? I promise you that's how he was always my screen. Since he's been born, he was my screensaver. And it's always boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I was always like,
Can I throw a monkey wrench in everybody?
What's up?
Wouldn't that be hypocritical?
So let's look up the definition.
Or is it Dre's favorite word?
Nah.
Synonym.
It could be
a synonym.
Oh yeah, contradict. I was thinking hypocrite.
No, it's not a synonym.
Okay.
No.
What's a hypocrite?
Hypocrite is not a synonym of contradiction.
It could be reverse.
But wouldn't be a hypocrite be like?
I want to know the definition.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Because he could be right. I'm not gonna front.
Hypocrite, a person who indulges in hypocrisy.
All right, then you gotta research. Then you gotta research hypocrisy.
That was crazy.
All right, so you want to look at hypocrisy? That might help us.
I don't even know if I can say that's crazy anymore, Dre. That's wild. You know, I don't know if I can say that. You don't know what you can get. I say no more. You just gotta be like, hello, how you doing? No, you can't say whatever you want. You're black. We just saw that.
That's sad.
I know you can't post whatever you want.
You just repost it and you down.
Yeah,
Shout out Kai, yo, Brooklyn. Hope we up at halftime. All right.
Hypocrisy. The practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. Pretense.
But then, damn, that's a hypocrite. That's a contradiction.
What's the word? What you just said? Sorry, my bad.
Contradiction.
No. The word you did.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy and contradiction might be synonyms, no? Because they don't sound too far off, the definitions.
But then let's place it with Jamil's scenario.
No.
Oh, okay. Because I think a hypocrite is more so the same thing. You're right. Because I think you're right. Because a hypocrite is like, I tell you not to get in somebody's car and then you see me flying down the block in the same person's car. So it might be the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe the same thing.
Like what you said, like if Jamil was supposed to date somebody with kids, like that would be a hypocrite.
Are y'all ready for word association?
Let's do it.
Yes.
So today's word for word association
I had to kiss my flowers.
Communication.
Relationship.
You care to elaborate?
Yeah, you gotta communicate in relationship, and you gotta have good communication when it comes to relationship. And it don't have to be romantic relationship, just any relationship that you in. It could be a business relationship, could be you know what I'm saying? Just communication is I think it's probably like the number one key in, keeping people together. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Basement. You have bad communication.
Sound like a phone call. But what are you getting?
It's funny because this is actually my profession. So when I think of communication, I think of like understanding. And I say that because people may have different views, and it could be terrible, it could be great, but just the ideology of being able to kind of like comprehend where they're coming from, even though they may not agree with it. I think that's a really cool thing, like understanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, y'all get deep. Dre, what do you? I like this.
Hey.
I love this. Dre, what you want to read the definition?
Yeah.
Oh, get this shit on, Dre. All right, Dre, get this shit on, bro. Do your thing.
All right, so y'all ready for communication?
Go.
Okay, cool. Communication. The imparting or exchanging of information, news at the moment.
That's
So
fine.
basically, it's just exchanging information.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about communication, Handsome?
No.
You need to get better at it too. All right.
What's your thoughts on communication?
Yeah. What are you?
I think, like, to piggyback off what Jamil said, I think communication is everything. I feel like I'm so crazy that I think communication could bring down violence. Like, that's how powerful I think communication is. Because if we was to, like you said, to piggyback off you, y'all both, that's what I said, y'all went for crazy. I'm impressed. I would go front. But to piggyback off of what you said, in a sense, now with the miscommunication and not understanding each other, if we was to take more time to get to understand each other or speak to each other and understand understandings, I think it would lead to less violence, because sometimes things happen. Like, it's a saying in the hood, yo, shoot first, ask questions last. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's the mentality they give us. So I feel like if you talk first. What curse words you just said in front of me?
I said no.
Oh, all right. So, like I said,
right there.
Yeah, we do not talk about the God in no negative lights. You heard? All right. So,
my fault.
I'm just saying, like, I think communication is everything. Like, my relationship now, we're like, this is the best communication I had between a female and myself in a relationship in my life.
That's what's up.
And I'm in my 30s. It took time. Shout out the young ones, my fault. But, you know, like, communication saves us, because I talk a lot. She listens a lot. She talks a lot. You talk a lot too. Don't put your hand up like you don't talk a lot. But so it's like, I feel like, I even like with my son, I tell him, just tell me things. I'm not the mean parent. His mother's not mean. We cool. Tell us things. I want to know everything. Because if it's stupid, I'm going to tell you, don't do it. If you want to try it, I'm not going to stop you from trying it. I'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly about it, but I'm not going to say don't do it. If you want to try it, try it. But tell us. Communicate. Even simple things. Like, we got here. I'm like, yo, you told your mother? But I'm with you. No. Practice telling your parents where you at all times. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's getting older. There's going to be a point where he's outside with the homies. And I want him to understand, you have to tell both of us that you're good. Not just mommy, not just daddy. I understand you with me, but I think communication is that important. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Communication even saved a relationship with me and his mother. We mad cool. That's my homie, yo.
That's what's up.
You feel me? So, and that's all based on communication and trying to understand each other.
But do you feel like it depends on how the person can receive the message? Because not everybody will be able to understand how you communicate.
But that's what I'm trying to say, right?
So
that's the other half of communication, is listening. So it's how willing you are to sit there and take the time to get to know somebody.
Sometimes I feel like listening is just not enough sometimes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Listening to understand, not just listening.
I be feeling like sometimes people need a diagram.
So, all right, so in a sense like that, all right, you can play a little bit. All right, from a scale to 1 to, on a scale of 1 to 10, right? 10 being the highest, 1 being the worst. Yeah. How would y'all rate your communication skills? You don't have to go first. Anybody could go. Anybody. Anyway.
My communication skills?
On a 1 to 10 scale. With everything, not just everything in your life. Put it in a total. Just your work life, your love life, your personal life, your business life. Everything as a total. You as a person, your communication skills. I don't want you to break it down by you as a whole entire person. How would you rate your communication skills as a 1 to 10?
I say it's probably 6. And I think you can get better.
Okay.
I think I'm definitely better than I was. You know, because I'm able to I'm able to slow things down even more so. And, you know, especially in anger, you know, being able to slow down and be like, all right, what is being said here? So I think I'm definitely better than I was, but I'm not there yet. I think
that's honest. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Would you like to go?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, even on the pod, you be saying stuff, and then I'll be listening to the pod, I'm like, Africa, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, no, I'm being honest. Like, me being receptive to what other people are saying sometimes, I just be like, girl, that's not it. But I have to say probably, like, communication goes both ways. expression and receptive. But I feel like receptively, I think I can definitely do better. So I will give myself a 5, right? But expressively, being able to tell people what I want, how I want it, where I want it, like, I would say that's an 8.
Okay. Oh, listen, not mad at it. Not mad. At least you're honest, because you said you're not the best listener.
Hell no.
You gonna talk your shit. I respect it. I respect. Dre, how about you?
Shorty is a 10. A 10.
No, we asked what's your skill from 1 to 10 on communication. We didn't ask you to
That's
sing a
your
song.
shorty.
Yeah, we asked if you're shorty pretty, shout out. We asked for your number, sir. We asked for your number. I don't know what that was. It's like,
I mean, if we're strictly just talking about communication, I'll say I'm like a good 7. Sometimes I could be 8.
okay. We gonna cut.
Strictly communication.
We're gonna come back to you. No, because the way she broke it down is 2 lanes to communication.
Yeah.
How would you rate? So with your 7 is overall, you wouldn't break it down like, how's your listening? What would you rate your listening? 1 to 10?
I wouldn't even include listening in that.
That's
Why not?
communication.
Are you talking about just me by myself communicating?
How can you communicate by yourself, Dre?
Hold on. You mean all right? Time. Because she had layers.
Lou
She had a couple layers.
about to scream.
No. She had a lot of layers. Hold on.
She broke down. She broke down.
My
She
fault.
said she's
I
a
wasn't paying
5.
attention
I know
to what
that.
she
She said she's a 5 at listening, and she's
Like
an 8
receptively.
at telling. There we go.
Receptively.
Well, you know you do smart work. But whatever. So she said that she's honest. She said you know what I mean.
But that's why I said I'm like a 7. You see, I wasn't listening.
No.
Like, bro.
If he's a 5, if he's a 5 at listening and she was listening, your listening got to drop, bro. That gotta drop.
It's a balance.
Based on what we just saw, it
balance.
gotta drop, bro. But you gonna give yourself a 7? I can't tell you what not to give yourself. You feel me? Yo, P, on a scale of 1 to 10, what you give yourself with communication skills? I want to hear this. Get on the mic. I want to hear this. Shout out, mommy. There we go. Let me hear this. You even shout out your mother. That's crazy.
Oh, shout out mommy.
You can do that when you get on camera. Go ahead.
I'll give myself a 5.
Okay.
Oh, that's honest.
That's
Okay,
honest.
I take that.
Why you?
My dad said I don't really be telling
Me.
Yeah, my dad mostly.
Yeah, okay.
When I'm home, it's just my mom because I be playing video games. I mean,
He tells his moms, because he tells his mother and his stepmother everything. Daddy
Basically,
doesn't get the news.
That's pretty high for a kid, though, son. I'd
But-
be like,
If you basing it on the mothers, it's a 10. If you basing it on daddy, it's a 5.
communication as a kid, that was probably like a 2. Like, keep
Yeah.
it stacked.
My parents didn't care
certain stuff,
about my
I'll talk to dad
communication.
and certain stuff.
That's it. Do you see who his father is? Of course he's gonna communicate. Do you see who his father is? His father talks a lot.
I was
Yeah,
quiet.
myself-
Like,
Yeah, I was quiet
I was
too.
not trying to talk to nobody.
Oh, nah, but these.
Kept everything inside.
That-
That's my
that-
issue now.
But me, right? I want to give myself the 10. So, because I listen. Hold on, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I listen.
Whoa. Don't do that.
I'll tell me I don't listen. Because if I don't listen, how do I catch everybody in contradiction? Please tell me. Please tell me how I don't listen. And I deliver my
You
message
look for those.
because I listen. I don't have no database. I go in.
But you looking for a slice, so you
No,
can't
not looking
say-
for. No. I'm looking for people to stand on their 10 toes. That's not my fault. You can't stand on 10 toes. You are 8, 7. That's on you. But I'm a 10. I tell you what I mean, and I'm gonna listen. I may cut you off here and there, but I'm gonna
He's
listen.
a 10.
I's a 10.
Yeah,
You gotta take your number.
I's a 10.
You a perfect nigga.
No, I'm not. Whoa, see? Why you gotta make it? No, we talking only communication, and this is now because if people start commenting the day they come out the woodwork, brother. The day they come out, if they ever come out the woodwork, but. Other people would say my communication is not a 10, but today in life, the way I'm at today in my life, yes, it's a 10.
So how are you able to kind of to improve on your communication? Because you said before, like people wouldn't.
I
say
think-
that.
Because I want to learn how to be a better communicator.
Is life, because like I said, became a father at 23,
Okay.
so that's the first life lesson. You got to figure it out,
Mhm.
go through what you go through, and then you realize somebody's watching you. You understand what I'm saying? In my sense, he like literally tries to do everything I do.
Mm.
Literally tries to do everything I do. So with that on my mind, I gotta show him. I gotta communicate with his mother. I gotta communicate with mom. I gotta show him how I do this. I gotta teach him. So now when he gets to this point, if he ever hits a rocky road, he's like, yo, my dad handled it like this. My dad did it. So he's seeing everything. So I talk to him. He'll tell you every day he gets a lecture, good, bad, or ugly. He has a great day. He's gonna get a lecture about something good, bad. He gets a lecture every day because I want to give him game. So I remember, it's crazy. I'm 34 and I remember being 10.
Okay.
You feel me? So I know what it is. So I'm just telling him, and a lot of things didn't change. He got in the car this week and he was playing poppers where they flip the paper. I'm like, I did that as a kid.
Oh, where is it?
You feel me? Like things don't change. So I'm like, giving him game is gonna help him. Cause I've been there and I'm telling him like, I did this already, B. I did this already. So that's why I think my communication is my kids and my family. Like I have to communicate with his mother. I have to communicate with my fiance. I have to communicate with him. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm listening to you and I feel like the older people, like especially the older men in my life, they don't communicate.
No.
They don't, there's no such thing as like communication. They like, this is what I want. This is like, they don't care about what you have to say. But I feel like now they're noticing a difference, but
I think they slowly starting, I think honestly, not the panda or whatever, I think people are really, really starting to understand how important women are. Like not to say it like such a small thing, like people are really understanding how important it is to have a partner. Like somebody who's really like there for you. It's really important. It's showing even though people show their highlights of their relationship, it's great relationships that show things here and there or whatever the case may be. Like shout out Duval and Kadeem Elliott. I love their relationship.
They have a pod?
They have a pod. They have a YouTube show. They from Brooklyn. So shout out to them. They from Brooklyn. But like stuff like that. So bad. But stuff like that, you feel me? So it's like, that's what we gotta start pushing that more, like communicating with our women, communicating with our children. Cause honestly, I'm rambling this episode. I apologize, but like me and mine was talking, and I'm like, it's crazy. Like, it's so many grown men that don't know how to go to the doctor by themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Because your mom don't. My mom, she doing it. Yo, you got doctor appointment. You got to be here X, Y, and Z. Or she filling out the paperwork until I'm like 18. You feel me? This is not like I'm like a kid. So now you 20, 22, 23 in there by yourself. Mommy, what's this? Mommy, that. I'm like 19. So, Mommy, what's my social? Like, shit, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
so funny.
So I'm trying to change that. Like, by the time he's 16, he can be self-efficient, but he don't have to be because I'll always be there. You feel me? That's why I say communication is so big. Sorry to be rambling this episode.
No, I don't think you're rambling. I think it's kind of like, it's in the same topic.
Yeah, so like that's what I say. So I'm like, with communication, like I was telling this young man last night in a very mellow tone. Right? Very mellow tone, whatever. Right? I was like,
it's the reason why I was dancing Beyonce.
Yo, Virgos.
A Virgo got you mad, so a Virgo broke you down. All right, Virgo gang. But I'm just saying, I think communication helps with efficiency as well. You know, just little things like everything, yo, da-da-da-da-da. That's it. Like, speak it. Like, boom, boom, boom. Everybody's moving at a fast pace. That's why texting is a big deal. If you got to call. It's so many outlets to talk to one person. You feel me? I got this. We talking the Instagram DM, regular inbox, phone call, FaceTime, WhatsApp. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. But you got to be. This is the times we in now. Business, boom. That's an off mic conversation. But whatever. So that's my thing. Communication is really big on me, ladies. Make sure your man talk to you. Make sure he tells you, and you tell him what you need to. Don't sit there and play quiet. Let him know he's not letting you get that. You know what I mean? So just communicate. Communicate, everybody. Communicate.
Wow. I think you should be the ambassador of communication.
Yeah,
you know how Charlamagne's like mental health?
Oh, yeah.
Communication.
I should shave it now. I ain't gonna shave it.
Don't shave it. That's what makes you different.
Oh,
so
if you let somebody off camera say I'm jacking them, though,
nah.
They jacking me, I'm older. You heard?
Oh my God.
Introduce yourself.
What's up?
What's up?
You don't got pay cool.
Like, yeah, what's up? Who are you? I'm Prince P. This is my dad, King A. You do all that. What's up?
This is my dad. You obviously know that.
the shades to kind of like.
Nah, you want to tell them you want nephew. You want them to tell you why I call you. Hold on. So you want you want to tell them why I call you nephew?
Yeah.
All right, go tell them why I call you nephew.
One day I was in class, right, and then me and my friend we was talking, and then he said, I said, you see my dad picked me up. He said, that's your dad? He looked like your uncle. I thought he was your uncle. I was like, oh my God.
I'm young forever, you
and
heard?
And I told him,
Mr.
He
Lou.
kept calling me nephew. I was so annoyed.
So you know what I mean? I call him nephew from time to time. You heard? To remind them I'm only uncle age. You heard?
One time he picked me up. There was this crossing guard, right? And then I called him dad. And then she was like, I thought he was his brother.
Come on, forever young, you heard? Forever young.
But I was angry. Cause
call him little bro here and there too. You know, gotta remind them, I'm only the big bro. But what's up, P? Talk to the people. You ready for your break?
Yes.
You ready? What you got planned for this holiday weekend?
Eat, sleep, video games.
That's right. Where's the homework?
Thank you. Pressure. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, it's not homework.
Yeah. Why you on mic? Why you on mic, right? So, who your favorite parent?
Why would you do that to him?
What up?
Don't freeze up.
What up? Talk what you say with your chest. What up?
I know
you know what to say.
My mom.
Oh, damn. Who's your?
Why would you do that to yourself?
Who's your best friend?
Mom.
As an adult, you.
All right, shout that out. I'm the BFF. You heard? It's my guy. So what's up? What's on the docket on the PS5 when you get to the crib? Talk to us. What you do on the PS5 all day? So tell the people.
Play with my friends. That's basically.
Shout out the homies. You said you gonna be on camera. Don't be shy. I told you don't freeze up in the car. You heard? What you be playing? Tell us you play 2K. You play Madden. Swindle. Tell them how you swindled me for 2K.
Oh yeah, swindling for 2K. I kept bothering about it.
No.
Wait, I speaking to the mic.
Stop being stupid. Tell them how you brung the PS5.
I brought my PlayStation, and then he
rolled out the red carpet. Like, oh, Dad, you want to play some Madden? You can play some Madden.
Yeah, I did say that, and then when I found out, I kicked him out my room.
Yeah, once he got the 2K, you think I see in the PS5 again? Nope, not a chance. Not a chance.
Wow.
Is there anything else you would like to say to the people?
No.
Do you have any advice for the older people? I love to hear what kids have to say. Yeah.
As in what?
I don't know, worldly advice, anything.
Take a deep breath.
No, not really.
All right, so we doing everything right?
That's one thing I can say. He's a very well-behaved young man.
All right.
Shout out your people. Shout out your homie. Shout out your mama. Shout out your grandpa. Shout out everybody before you switch seats with Millx again. Mommy.
Yeah, so there you go.
Mom, my grandpa, my friends,
Grandma's. Grandma watch. Your grandmother.
Oh yeah, your grandmother.
My grandma.
Yes, grandma watch.
Both of them.
Auntie Joan watches as well.
Oh yeah.
All my. So you better shout out everybody.
All my grandmas.
Don't be so shy.
I'm not.
I know, right?
So say shout out Brooklyn Basement. Shout out
Brooklyn Basement.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
It's Prince P and I'm out of here.
Prince P, I'm out of here.
You gotta say it with your chest, bro.
Where, son?
What happened to me? You in the house, you the coolest dude in the world. I want that same energy here, bro. Don't shy
you
up.
said you had one thing to ask me.
I asked you both questions already.
No, it was something else.
What else I had to ask you? Don't be telling people we staged this. Come on. Can't get a sauce out, bro. What you mean? Come on, you making it hot, bro. Yo, I love you. Get out of here, man. You making it hot, my guy. So I'm trying to wrap with a question of the day.
Okay.
Does anybody have a question? Does anybody want to ask me a question?
You know, I
Not
think.
you.
Ask you a question.
Black, like, it's because of Jay.
The crazy thing, right? I wasn't gonna wear black today because me and wifey was talking about, you wear a lot of black. Because I had another outfit, but the sneakers was, so she's like, oh, stop wearing black. But I was like, This is actually my dad fit. That's why I wore it, because I want my son.
Okay.
This is my dad fit when I'm going to run errands or something. You might see me in this outfit in the streets, people. Don't judge me. But this is like my dad fit when it's warm out, like the spring, fall weather.
Yeah.
You catch me outside in this outfit often. Man, I'm not opposed to wearing the same outfit 7 days in a row. I'm not opposed to it. I'm from that era, you know?
Alright.
You know? So, shout out all of my dads. Like, you had your summer dad fit. It's like my trapping. This is like my trapping dad fit. You
Trapping dad fit.
I might show up to graduation. No, I'm joking.
Look at his face.
You better not.
Oh, that you should have told him how you was forcing me to dress up for the party. No, it's okay. You talking about trying to tell. You want to tell him why? You want to tell him why or no?
No.
Okay then. So don't tell the story if you gonna tell her why.
I had this party I had to go to, right? And then I saw the outfit. I was like, and then when I saw it, I was like, okay.
Like he really underestimated my flaw. Like, I don't do this.
Yeah.
I does this.
mean, you don't really do it. You don't really do it like I do it.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Are we gonna rate it the
no,
fit?
not even rate the fit. If we want to play the metrics, if we look at my likes to somebody else's likes, we know somebody does this. But we're gonna say, oh, yes, damn, I should have made you do it too.
That's personality, my nigga. Like, I'll give you that. Your personality. You know what I'm saying?
You think my personality's in pictures? I don't talk.
Alright,
I don't. You think they like my pictures because of how I talk?
I don't know. So maybe you just sit tall.
I don't even sit. I sit short. I probably look shorter than you on camera. But Black Chip Ken annual toy drive is coming up December 17th. Please, I only said donate last time. Come out, support. We trying to make this a movie for the kids. Donate, come out, support. It's going to be fun. Brooklyn Basement will be there podcasting live.
Yes, we are.
So we will be there physically. Please come support the family. Black Chip Ken. Shout out Just. Shout out Kai. Shout out Chris. Shout out Vaughn. Shout out Mommy. Shout out Christian. Shout out Mikkel. Shout out the whole family. Shout out the CEO, Jess. I gotta double shout you out, big homie. So Black Chip Ken annual toy drive, December 17th, Canarsie, Brooklyn, Library on Rockaway Parkway. Dre had the address up. Shout out Dre for that. I still don't know the address. It's across the street from Canarsie High School. That's what I can tell you. It's across the street from Canarsie High School. So
Avenue J
and Rockaway. Yes, by the bagel shop. If you're from the floors, you know. If it's still around.
It's
but
still
the bagel
there.
shop is there.
Yeah, I used to live right on 95th over there.
That bagel shop is fire. So they got good bagels.
You and your bagels, bro. You love a bagel, boy.
I think that was where I got my dad, my grandmother God rest her soul. Yeah, she used to live over there.
Yeah, them bagels was good when I lived over there too.
And my dad used to take me to that bagel spot.
They used to smell mad good.
Yeah,
dude, like you smell it outside. I used to live literally the block. There's 95th is houses on one side, then Canarsie on the other side. We used to live on the block right there. So that's just right there. Yeah, we had fun. We talked a lot, so we don't really need a question today. I can't wait to perfect that shit, yo. We gonna get fly with that. I promise y'all.
No, I feel like you already perfected that.
Nah, we go.
No,
we didn't even crack the cement, yeah, girl. I got some plans up here, girl. My mom work here, you feel me? But this is my annual at the end of the show. Shout out to make sure my peoples is watching. You heard? Yo. I had a moment. I want to shout out my brother Javon, my future brother-in-law, and one of my best friends. We was kicking it the other day, and it was like nostalgic. Like we was chilling in his basement, and I'm like, damn, we've been doing this shit for over 20 years. Like sitting in the same basement for over 20 years. Like that's really family. That's my brother. I love you. It was good catching up. I gotta pull up again. Shout out Matt again. Always got to shout out Matt. I want to shout out the whole RLE. If you know, you know. We was outside. We was wilding. Shout out the whole gang. The gang be supported. So I got to shout out the whole gang. Shout out. I would say shout out the post office. I don't fuck with most of them. The people shout out the people I bang with. Shout out everybody that support. Shout out to everybody typing. Shout out. I'm going to shout out Oren. One of my coworkers, I work with him. He's an up-and-coming comedian and joint like that. I told you about or whatever. So shout him out too. He be supporting. He be watching. So shout him out.
I think I've seen him. Out. He follow, right?
Yeah. So you know. Get on the mic. Say what you gotta do.
Javon, if you're watching this, you know you owe me my money, right?
You better give him his bread back. Yeah, but listen up, little dude, son. You owe my man some bread, son. Give him that bread back, son.
I was about to say, little dude, y'all the same height. But shout out.
I ain't told nigga. Like
shout out to the whole basement gang, all our supporters. Shout out to all the mothers as always. Shout out to the guests we had prior, Liz, Monty,
yeah.
Chris, Mosiah. Shout out everybody. Rufy, Swaggy, Ayana. Everybody that supported so far. This
For
is
real,
just like
thank
the
you.
start. So the people that's continuing watching, it's only going to go up from here. That's from me. That's from E. That's from Dre. That's from Millx. That's from Prince P.
Wild last, but you know what I'm saying.
Thank you, and you saved the best for last, Millx. Come on, that's the saying, no?
All right.
Next episode, we're gonna talk about men and their emotions. How y'all feel about that?
Oh my God, I would
Let's talk
love
about men and their
that.
emotions. I really want men act like they don't have emotions, but they be feeling away.
Wow, I love that.
Shout out Beyonce, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Had me dancing last night. You already know. Anything else?
I think do I have anybody else to shout out? Always wifey, but you know, people. Shout out to all my homegirls that tap in and give me advice for the podcast, because I do a couple of my homegirls do hit me up and they do tell me things. They keep me outside relevant, even though I'm not outside. You feel me? So they give me a lot of information. So shout out all my homegirls that I tap in with, co-workers, whatever you. Shout out all y'all. I really, really appreciate y'all. But you gotta get to the end. What's up?
Before, we almost missed the joke. You remember the Drake joke I had?
Oh, yo, he wanted to get all his stuff off today, bro. You gonna say it? You want me to say it for you? We was listening to Her Loss. Shout out Her Loss again, yo. 21 to Drake. You know what I mean? So we listening to the song and he had that line. I'm like, Prince, I have too many lady friends. He has that bar on the song, right? Press was like, me and Drake got too many lady friends.
You know what?
Me and Drake almost the same. We both got a lot of lady friends.
There we go, my fault. I'm raising an up-and-coming comedian. You can say that, not a gangster, Drake. Come on, he got a lot
He's
of...
a gentleman.
got a lot
Look
of
at
lady
that.
friends.
He got a lot of lady
He
friends.
didn't ask for his money. It was gentleman.
That was
gentleman.
Yeah, that was
That was gentleman. Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Got it
Do
right.
y'all have any... Oh, shout out... I meant to do this. They definitely got to wait to the end. I want to shout out Rufy and I want to shout out my nephew, J.O. They had randomly called me one day and I swear to God, that was probably like the funniest conversation I had in mad long. J.O., I'm going to call you King Rufus. This is the one time you get in that crown. That day you was the funniest Rufus because we all argue who's the funniest Rufus.
Mm-hmm.
That day, J.O. and Rufy went crazy, but J.O., you went crazy. It's at the end, so you gotta watch. But yo, shout out to the family. Shout out to Rufus gang. But Rufy and JR, I really appreciate that phone call, man. Tap in. Anything else?
Nah, that's about it, man.
So as E will say,
You are loved and respected here at Brooklyn Basement.
And we out.